You're listening to N21FM, a Pokemon podcast. This is episode 61. I'm your host, Glenn. I'm joined, as always, by my wonderful co-host, Johnny. Johnny, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I am happy to be here. I am back from Orlando.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back home.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to be home. Too hot, too humid. I remember exactly why I moved.
Yeah.
one of many reasons was the weather. It I got to sit through rain for hours at Disney World.
That sounds
truly
fun.
an amazing feeling. Yeah.
Wow, glorious. Truly the armpit of the United States, Florida is.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, it's well, I'm glad to have you back. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Wonderful. I'm doing well. Not that anyone asked. I'm I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a pretty productive weekend. We just went to Sam's Club and bought like a ton of groceries for the week for like $100. Feels good.
Nice. Yeah.
Got a glizzy while we were there.
Always good.
Sam's Club, by the way, is the Price Club. It's like a Costco, but it's like the Walmart brand, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Better than BJ's. And
I haven't had a Sam's Club glizzy, so I can't say whether Costco glizzies are better or not. But I do like a good Costco glizzy. So
I mean, Sam's Club glizzy is totally fine. It's $1.50. You get a big drink.
Hey, there you go.
I don't mind. That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely a competitive price. They're not going up on it anytime soon.
No.
You know what else you can get for a really great price, Johnny?
What?
Our Patreon. Over at patreon.com/terminal creative. Oh, what a transition. You can $1 a month, baby. Less than a Costco glizzy. You can get early access to every episode of this show, as well as access to our bonus show, N21 Plus. N21 Plus is our supplement where we do all of our fun stuff, all of our usually a little more mature content, including our world famous drinking game, Booze and Battle, where we've got the most recent episode, the third episode of a best of 3 with Johnny and I. I was on Zoroark and he was on Mega Diancie. And hilarity did ensue. There were misplays made by many a folk. Lots of good times to be had, lots of laughter. I think it was great. I definitely recommend subscribing to the Patreon for those videos alone. They're really, really fun. We gotta get Maze on the book soon. So we'll see about that. Lots of good stuff. We've been doing our Calyrex Game Corner book club updates from the past month. We need to get back on that since it's been extended into April. We've got our Pokemon Hot Takes video and a lot more to come, including right now, if you're watching on free feeds, at this moment, because this will go live Thursday, if you're watching on free feeds, then the N21 Plus of me, Johnny, and Jake, his last name is Johnson, yes?
Graven.
Or I don't know why I thought his last name was...
He got a long last name.
That's totally fine. I don't know why I thought his last name was Johnson. Jake Johnson's the guy from New Girl, actually, isn't he? He plays Nick.
I don't know. I'm
certain that's what it is.
I do actually know a Jake Johnson, but
that's funny. Anyways, our interview with Johnny and Jake is going live at the same time that you're watching this now on free feeds. So you're gonna get to hear what their Orlando experience was, Jake's first regional, all that good stuff. Johnny's second regional, right? Your first being Atlanta. So pretty good time. We'll talk about that. $1 a month. Go check it out. You can also explore our other tiers for the Q&A every month and our producer tiers while you're there. But I think that $1 a month is we really front load the value with the $1 tier. So go and check that out. And if you don't want to do any of that stuff, you can also join for free to see what you're missing. And if you really don't even want to bother with it, you can always just leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, leave us a review on Spotify, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, let's get into the news this week, Johnny. There's been not a whole lot. We're going to cover a little bit of last week's stuff as well. So I did a recording for last week. I apologize that it didn't go up. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. It was literally just me like talking into the webcam for like 20 minutes and then being like, all right, well, that's it. That's all I got. So I didn't want to put you guys through that. I would have spent more time syndicating the podcast than I would have actually recording it. So
Glenn stares into the abyss. The Abyss podcast's back.
True. The Abyss podcast's back. It's a good podcast. Just The Abyss.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna get into a couple of quick articles. We've got a little bit of stuff from PokeBeach. We've got our usual TCG player article from Corbin Hostler, by which I mean it's from ChatGPT. We'll talk about that. And then we've got the dual Orlando prize penalties or game loss penalties issued to players due to various celebratory actions. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about what we're playing, as well as, obviously, the elephant in the room, the Cufant in the room, the Caparaja in the room, if you will. I had to think of more elephant Pokemon. The Don fan in the room.
The Don fan.
For all you old heads. Pokemon Champions. It's now live. On console. Not on your mobile phone yet, but it's on console. So we'll talk about all that. And then we'll get out of here. Not a whole lot going on. It's not a heavy week. But let's just jump right into it, Johnny. I think let's actually begin. Let's begin with some TCG player stuff. Not TCG player. I lied to you. PokeBeach. We're going to start with this.
Yeah.
Just because there's so little to even talk about. Literally all of the there's only 2 articles we're really going to reference here on PokeBeach. The first one is exclusive Lysia's appeal to release in Chinese Starry Crystal set. And let's just briefly go over that. It won't take long. The skinny of it is that the card Lysia's appeal got a new SIR in an exclusive Chinese set. Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, I would do that, but I have a bajillion ads on my screen, so I can't do it. But Lysia's appeal is getting an SIR exclusive to China. Dude, I am so jealous of China right now. They have all of these killer exclusive cards, and I want them. I'm very bummed that we don't get these in the States. I also wish we had like high-res scans of them. Or renders.
I got to open up the last 4 of a set of Chinese EV packs.
Sick!
From Orlando. One of the booths had, what was it? Cradalicious, I think, was the seller. They know that they table at multiple events, and their store is pretty popular for some of that stuff. But they had the Chinese EV packs with like the Sylveon on the front, and so I got the last 4 of them. And let me tell you, man, the hype opening those packs, because they're all like, every card, like at the bare minimum, everything is like reverse hollow stamped with like the type symbol, as like the stamp, as like the reverse hollow stamp on whatever part of the card, and it only just gets better from there. They have like a prism hollow for like some of them that are like supposedly really rare, and then because it's Chinese packs, you can also get stuff like what I got, a Glaceon V, which is like in a different print, I believe, than like the standard Glaceon V that you get on Western cards. Among other stuff. I think it might be different. It might be the same, but regardless, like the hype of just opening those packs is really fun. I could only imagine like pulling like one of these full arts and just being like, yo, this is crazy. The SIR ones.
Yeah.
So
they're gorgeous, man. I'm very jealous of China, at least as far as their cards go. How much did those packs cost you, by the way?
Those were $5 a piece. So they were $5 a piece for 4 cards in each pack. Which
so about on par with us.
I would say given the quality and the collectability of the packs, I'd still say they're almost worth it, just because of the fact that like everything is bare minimum reverse hollow or better in there, right? Like compared to like, you get a pack here and it's like, yeah, maybe you'll get like something. Maybe you'll get something. Maybe you'll just get like the fifth Monkey Dory that you needed,
Sure. Who's to say?
Yeah, but these like this is also, it's China getting another really cool card. Like their Lysia's appeal. I'm not saying like I think our Lysia's appeal is cool. It looks good. It's good art. But man, you just go through these Chinese cards here. Like, what are we doing? Why don't we get some of these arts?
Yeah.
Why don't we get some of these arts? The Goldango.
Yeah.
Larry going and getting his ramen.
He's like, oh, finally, the sweet release. It's 5 o'clock. I can get a meal. Although when you meet him in the games, you haven't played Scarlet and Violet. You literally meet him and he's eating ramen. So
yeah,
I mean, slacker?
Maybe. I love this whole like idea that Larry's like just a depressed salary man.
It's not even an idea. It's just canon.
Yeah, like Larry is this like, okay, well, we need to take like new ideas for characters. We're gonna put a guy from a Japanese like black company in, and that's gonna be the entire character. Is he's overworked and underpaid and gets to go home every 3 days.
Yeah, well, the Western world loved it, so they're onto something over there. But yeah, that's the Alicia's Appeal article. It's pretty exciting. The art is cool. I love Chinese SIRs. I wish we could get. I just want high quality scans of them, because we get all these like almost there quality scans, except for like the one the Mousehold one is high quality.
Yeah, this one is quite good.
And like I guess the Rika is okay, but some of these just look really bad. And I would just love to have, if I'm not able to get the cards themselves, I would love to be able to print proxies of them that don't look like garbage.
Yeah. Truly, like we know what the card does. We know what this Arcanine does. We know it's garbage, but I still want it.
Well, I just want the Gold Battle VIP pass. I need 4 copies of that, baby, for Mew VMAX.
Yeah,
for our Paradox Rift format, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I keep that thing on me. But yeah, that's the Alicia's Appeal. One of many excellent Chinese artworks. But the other main article we wanted to talk about here is Pitch Black. It's coming to TCG. It's going to feature Mega Darkrai EX. This is old news, so my apologies. But Pitch Black is going to be the name of our 5th main English Mega Evolution set. And it says it's going to release July 17th. Pre-releases are going to take place from July 4th to July 12th. So yeah, it's Mega Darkrai. I'm sure there will be something really cool about it. Maybe we get Dark Patch back. Just saying. That'd be pretty sick. I'd be down for Dark Patch to come back.
Yeah. I think that'd be really sick. I would love to see Dark Patch make a return. Also worth noting, based on what they've kind of like revealed about this, and what's going on with like the set releases recently, it seems like this is going to kind of mirror the last 2 sets and then the next set as well, in that this will be like supposedly a 1-to-1 like Japanese to English set. So we're not getting the combinations, like for example Paradox Rift was is it Paradox Rift or Temporal Forces? One of those two was a combination of Japanese sets, Wild Force and Cyber Judge. Stuff like that. Temporal Forces. Okay, yeah. So it's like that, where we're not really getting that anymore. Ninja Spinner is just Chaos Rising, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like that's what we're on. I think that's kind of cool.
I think it's great. It means there's a world where we potentially see ourselves getting up to parity with Japanese rotations and Japanese set releases.
I would love to see that. I think that would solve a lot of problems in
I'm of
the
two
community
minds about it, because I don't know. I don't have fully fledged out thoughts about it, so I won't even express them here.
That's fair. I think there's definitely nuance to it.
There's benefits to it, but there's definitely some there's going to be, if we do get on parity with Japan, there's going to be probably like a solid 4-month period where there are some serious growing pains.
Yeah, probably.
Let's just put it like that.
Probably.
But yeah, so that's that. That's the main things is from Poke Beach is just those 2 main articles. You can go check them out over there. We've kind of covered them. We didn't really add much to them. Let's add to it so that we're not just literally stealing their article for our own game. What do you think Mega Darkrai EX's ability is going to be?
Oh God, I don't even know if it's gonna have an ability. I mean, I'm thinking maybe they just do like one like big dude, the same way that they're going with like kind of a lot of these megas, where a lot of them, like some of them have abilities, but not a lot of them do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe it's just like a big dude. Maybe we get back to like Darkrai V-Star though. I think that would be cool actually. bring us back towards Darkrai V-Star. Maybe without like item recovery. Maybe it's like
give his attack item recovery, baby.
Maybe it's like
Counter Catcher's not even in the format, so I mean
that's true.
But then we print cross switchers.
Oh no!
Give it
I mean, everyone like at the end of Darkrai V-Star. Well, not the end of Darkrai V-Star's life cycle, but the end of like Paradox Rift format, kind of. Not even the end of that, but just around that time period, everyone who was still running Darkrai V-Star was like, just let me get a counter catcher and a prime catcher back.
Yeah.
Let me just prime catcher twice. Hold up now. Yeah, no, I think that would be cool, especially if we do get dark patches back. Like, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing that, but I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do item recovery on attack. It'd have to be like 4 dark energy something, and you discard all of them.
4 actually, I could see like a 3 dark energy, discard all energy from this Pokemon, retrieve 2 items from your discard.
Yeah, and it does like 150 damage.
It does like 190.
190. Okay.
So you can grab the support guys, but nothing else.
You can take out a Clefairy.
Yeah, but then we put dark patch back in the format, and then we put cross switcher back in the format, or like what's that one? Was it Great Catcher that lets you grab megas?
Yes, I think that's what that was, wasn't it? Great Catcher.
Looking it up right now.
Same.
Jamie, pull that up. Great
Jamie,
Catcher.
go ahead and pull that up on the screen.
You can only play it if you discard 2 other cards from your hand and you switch one of your opponent's benched GX or EX with their active.
Okay, so it still did like it still did I mean, it still did like megas and stuff technically.
There was one, I forget what the card actually was, but there was one that was just for megas, wasn't there?
Maybe, I don't remember.
It's not Toy Catcher. Toy Catcher is sick, by the way.
Yeah, Toy Catcher grabs like what again?
Anything 30 HP and less.
Yeah.
Oh, you're never gonna guess the name of the catcher item that gets Mega Pokemon.
Mega Catcher.
It's Mega Catcher.
Okay.
Switch one of your opponent's Mega Evolution Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon.
So, one thing I would like to see, since we're on this kind of topic, I think Custom Catcher coming back would be really cool. Kind of the same way that like Cross Switcher existed, where Custom Catcher was one of those cards but Custom Catcher you could play one of, and then just it gave you like a little bonus for playing one. You could just draw until you had 3 cards in hand. Playing it with 2 of them at the same time, and your opponent, you switch a bench Pokemon to the active. You know?
I'm into that.
I think Custom Catcher is a cool concept personally. I think that like I liked Cross Switcher for the same reason when it existed, when I like was first starting out. I thought Cross Switcher was such a fantastic concept. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I miss it so frequently. When we're building more Paradox Rift format decks, I'm gonna build Pokestop Darkrai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you should. You actually should.
I just finished Rapid Strike box, so I've got 2 now. So now I just gotta get Darkrai built.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back through some of the stuff that I've been planning on proxying and like trim off some, and then try to go for some variety with a few others that like I didn't necessarily include, but like would be fun. I think like 2 of the ones I thought about, I should say, were including Lunarocks,
the goat,
and maybe like I know Live gave you that deck that was like Lunarocks with like the Mewtwo V and V-Star, which was like kind of whatever, but like honestly it was way better if you just like went straight Lunarocks.
Yes.
I don't know, it always felt better to me that way.
Yeah, that was like that was what was popular when I had just gotten into the game, is that was like the premium PDCGO deck that people were farming the ladder with.
I mean, it makes sense. That deck was absurdly good. I think literally when I first started playing, the only deck that I had trouble playing into was like Charizard at the time, because Charizard was just Charizard, and it wasn't even because like Charizard was Charizard. It was because Charizard was like an HP threshold that was hard to reach. But like the V-Star decks were like crazy easy to like farm into with that.
Yeah.
So
certainly
that and like a Swim Freely deck, I think those would be fun.
Yeah.
Off topic, but
yeah, I think personally that Mega Darkrai is going to have an ability or an attack that says your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. During
100%.
During Pokemon checkup, put 12 damage counters on that Pokemon.
Ooh, that's nasty. Okay, so with that, because of the way that sleep works, do the 12 damage counters happen regardless of whether the Pokemon wakes up or not?
Regardless, yeah.
Okay, so it's put 12 damage counters before you flip to see if the Pokemon wakes up. Okay, yeah. I don't mind that. Maybe not 12. 12 feels almost too punishing.
Maybe you put it after the coin flip and it's 16. But it only does like 110 damage base.
Oh, I don't think they can do. If you're gonna do 16 damage counters, I don't think they can do like base damage too. Like look at like what Drew. No, I don't think they can do that. Because look at like what Dragalge's doing right now. Like Dragalge's coming out like in Chaos Rising and does just poison with like, what is it, 16 damage counters for no damage. You know?
So you need less. You need more of a. If it's a coin flip, you need to have a higher reward.
That's okay.
I'm just saying. I need them to do my boy right. That's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Fair.
Where is it? Is it in here? It's not. My one of my close friends, Troy. He's not listening to this, but whatever. He should be. He should be. But there were those like like in the early aughts, it was very popular to have like a sculpture that was like a crystal little block on your desk with like a hologram of like your like friend or family member in it.
Yeah,
there was a company doing those with renders of Pokemon, and I got one and he got me one with Darkrai in it for Christmas last year or 2 years ago.
Oh, that's sick. That's really sick.
And it has like a little LED podium that it sits on, so it can like diffuse really cool looking.
Yeah, that's like the gift shop special, but like better.
Yeah, it's awesome. I need to get it on my desk. But yeah, so Darkrai is gonna be cool. I hope it's actually something cool and not awful. I'm still mad that the regular Darkrai EX that came in the Battle Academy deck is buns. So
yeah, truly,
it is what it is.
Very unfortunate.
I still love that guy. I might put and this is totally unrelated, so this is not the news. But I'm thinking if I have enough, I'm gonna put his stamped energy in Zoroark.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because the energy that comes in that is stamped with a little Darkrai on it.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Very cute.
Love that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's all we have from Poke Beach. Let's move on to God, we really got to see if we really do need to have the conversation, I guess, off camera about whether or not we're going to continue doing these articles. But let's talk about Corbin Hostler's
Corbin Slopplers.
Yeah, the Corbin Slop list. The biggest price spikes in Pokemon this week, 4/8/26. This is as of 4 days ago, and this is by Corbin Hostler over at tcgplayer.com.
AKA the ChatGPT prompt.
So here's the thing about these articles every week. I ran his article last week through an AI detection software, and it was like, this is 99% AI generated. And I was like,
Yep. It read like AI generated.
Of course it reads like AI generated, but like, I like to hope for the best in people.
Yeah.
And I like to imagine that we live in a world where somebody who's being paid by eBay is not just phoning in an important article every single week.
Yeah.
We need to start beef with his podcast. I'm going to write into his Patreon and be like, hey, what's it like being a total fraud? Sorry.
No, it's valid.
All right,
it's
I'm done dunking on it. Let's just go over the article. As usual, this is not financial advice. Please do not take it that way. This is just an observation of what this article claims the data suggests. So we're going to start. Oh, by the way, it's all Gen 1 slop. I don't know if I already said that. The first card on here, Pikachu EX.
We'll screen share.
Yeah. The Ascendant Heroes Special Illustration Rare. It's a cool card. It's pretty. It's cute. It's useless competitively. Yeah, Pikachu tax. Yeah. This thing is sitting comfortably right now at $800.21, which is so insane.
It's on its way up still. It is still on its way up.
It is. Yeah, it's trending upwards. What's so astounding to me about Pikachu is, like, he gets a new card every set, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Why are we still valuing his cards so high? There is no shortage of Pikachu cards. I understand.
Yeah, but Glenn, it's a new card. It's a new Pikachu.
Oh, I can't with this. I can't. It hurts me. It really hurts me.
You don't understand.
I do.
It's
understand.
New art.
I know everything.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Here's something fun for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
He dodged around that one on purpose, guys.
So, guess how many Pikachu cards have come out just since the Scarlet and Violet era?
Oh, like at least like individual one. Are we talking individual Pikachus or like with like all the variations?
We're including reprints and variations.
Okay, like 20 at least.
26.
26. Yeah.
This is including promotional.
I'm not surprised.
Ones. Maybe 25 because this one is in here for some reason. Oh no, that's from TCG Classic. So yeah, that counts. 26 Pikachu cards, man.
Disgusting.
Get a grip. Like this it's the thing I don't understand. Like, he's cute. Yes. He's the mascot.
They have to remind you.
Yes.
Yeah. They have to remind you he's the mascot as often as possible.
$800?
If they love this guy so much, why isn't he the first Pokemon? That's the real question. Why haven't they retconned that?
Why is he 25? I'm calling you out, John Pokemon. Put this man at number 1 or stop printing him.
Oh my god. Oh.
It makes me sick. I don't know, man. I can't deal with this. Whatever. Pikachu's $800. What else is new? It went up from like $550, $700, like some nonsense. Who cares? Next up is Mega Dragonite EX, the SIR from
more Gen 1 slot.
Yeah, from Ascended Heroes. All of these are Gen 1 Pokemon, by the way. None of them are not. Go on.
I love this art. I was gonna say I still love this art though. As much as I hate, it's like I want to dog on this so hard.
Oh
for
yeah,
being
I can't.
Gen 1 slop. This art is fantastic. Like this is like probably one of my favorite Mega arts. Honestly.
Yeah, no, this one goes crazy. I can't be mad about this one. This is the Mega Dragonite EX. If you're watching on YouTube, you can obviously see all these illustrations as we're going along. This is a gorgeous card. I totally understand why it's valued. Well, I understand partly why it's valued so high. Because it's the first Mega Dragonite card. It's really pretty to look at. Now, what's curious to me about it is it didn't really have a spike. It kind of went up like, I guess, a total of $80. If we're looking at it from the 8th, right? From the 8th, go back a week to like the 1st. It was $676.82, and now it's $695. So I mean, $20, but that's not like a spike when we're dealing with this big of a number. So I don't know. The real spike was when it released and it went from 404 to 550, but that's beside the point. I can't wait for this deck to be good so that I can see a bunch of these on stream.
I would like to point this out right here where Mega Dragonite EX has risen hundreds of dollars since release as well. Yes, but we're talking about this week. We're talking about this week. Yeah. More just complaining about the writing. Yeah, cool card. It's genuinely a fun concept. I don't know if this card's ever going to be like super good.
But it is, man. 330 for 3 is crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe in the future when they reprint Double Dragon Energy,
they're never reprinting that card, man.
Well, not while Pult's in format. Certainly not.
I hope they never reprint that card. It's not happening.
When Pult leaves format next year, they reprint Double Dragon Energy and like the set afterwards,
and then Mega Dragalge EX becomes broken.
Dude, let's go.
I'm actually down for that. You know what? Bring it on. Bring on Double Dragon Energy. I'll take it.
All you have to do is Double Dragon and attach and Dynamotor like 2 lightning to this guy. And then you discard the 2 lightning and Dynamotor 2 lightning again.
Well, why even have the double dragon energy? Just have the water and 2 lightning from Dynamotor. You just made it more complicated.
I did.
Apparently Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX is also like jumping in value, but he didn't post about it. He just wrote it in the article.
Yeah, this is also the Ascended Hero version of it.
Oh yes, yes.
Geez, list median price being at $1,300 while the market price is $300.
This looks like that looks like tax fraud, baby. I don't know about that one.
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely, that's someone like trying to do a money laundering scheme right there.
Also, this could have been the main card he posted because it's like in the same window it actually had a price spike.
Yeah.
And it's still Gen 1 slop, so it could have been on theme. Whatever.
Actual price.
Anyways, moving on. EVEX from Prismatic Evolutions, the SIR, is up to 195.38. Did we talk about? Oh yeah, Mega Dragonite is 695.83 right now. EVEX from Prismatic Evolutions, the SIR, is currently sitting at 195.38, up from, at the time of writing this, 188.69. So $7 increase. Sounds like a spike to me.
Yeah. I think he is at least trying to highlight, like, it happened, like the spike was like a month ago technically, but like I mean it's the failings of his AI prompt, unfortunately. I think
I'm curious. I've reached out to him a couple times, and I still really am curious to see if he has like access to some kind of backend API, or if he just asks an AI to scrape the data. Because that could also explain it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's active on Twitter for so.
I DM'd him on Twitter.
Wondering. Oh yeah, and he just didn't respond.
Yeah, probably because I called him out. I was like, "You are posting fake news in the article." Actually.
Yeah.
So
man, that's unfortunate.
Whatever, man. Who cares?
That is unfortunate. I mean, yeah, who cares? But it's still it would be nice to like get him to like.
I'd love to have him on the show. Have him answer for his crimes.
Yeah, like have a conversation about it. Take some accountability. Maybe like the outcome is just like better articles, you know.
Yeah.
But and maybe not.
You can write a 5-minute article. You're a grown up. If you can read all the text on a Magic the Gathering card, which I know you can, that's your main thing. That's what your podcast is about. You can write a 5-minute article about Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. But yeah, the price spike really happened March 13th through the 15th. It was sitting at 124.93, and now it's jumping up to 195. So that was the bigger spike, but at least it happened. I don't know.
What do you think prompted this? I'm curious.
Let's see. What happened around March 13th, March 15th? It could have been the increase in playability of TerraBox.
I was thinking maybe that, right? Wasn't that like right after Emma Hagen had another like 3 top 8 finishes with EVBox, or was there something else that happened?
That might have been it, actually. And I bet hold on. Dude, you know what it was?
What was it?
I think this is what's happened with a lot of other cards that are Gen 1 is it had to do with the Fire Red Leaf Green switchboard.
That makes sense.
That was my speculation at the time, though. Was just like,
yeah, because it's right after the release.
Yep, is like it starts because it released like late February. 2 weeks go by, and then this card jumps up in value. So I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Up next on the list is this stupid Meowth EX from Perfect Order, the SIR. I'm not going to call this a spike because I understand how the quote-unquote market exists and works. This is a brand new card. This is a highly, highly playable card. It is sitting at 169.62 right now, and it's in like the limbo of brand new playable card with an SIR. Like it's crazy expensive on release, drops down, jumps back up, and now it's literally trending down right now. It's still gonna stay. It still has to stabilize. So I would not make any moves on this card yet.
It's finding its equilibrium. I mean, this literally shows like this is literally like the beginnings of a graph working towards its limit, right now. It's literally working towards its like it's calculatable limit of like the natural level point. Like starts out really high, goes down really low, goes back up not as high, it's going to go down not quite as low, and it's just going to do that back and forth for a little bit and even out.
And the next card on this list is the same thing, which, by the way, I have this next card on the list literally in front of me. It's this Raticate. This cute little guy. I
actually love this card.
It's a very cool card. It looks great in person. I love the little rattatas that you can see in the background. But this is the Perfect Order Shiny Rare? Is that a new rarity? Is that what they're calling it? That's not correct.
Wait, where does he...
Look at underneath Raticate, Perfect Order, Shiny Rare. No, look at the in the box with the graph. Look,
I'm seeing holofoil.
At the title, right. Look to the left of my product. It says Shiny Rare, which is curious. I should have noticed that sooner. I don't know what that's about, because Shiny Rares are normally reserved for like anniversary sets. Anyways, the important thing is this card is $4 now and jumped up from $3.75 to $5.30, and now it's back down. So don't take out a mortgage for this guy. Next up is this old promo Deoxys, which is actually really curious. He probably wrote this around. Spike? Yeah, crazy spike from 33 to like 55. I don't really understand how this works or what caused this, but it's cool. I love Deoxys. I also do love this ability. This is the old like form change Deoxys. So once during your turn before you attack, you can search your deck for another Deoxys and switch it with this Deoxys. Any cards attached, damage counter, special conditions, and effects on it are now on the new Pokemon. And then if you do, put Deoxys on top of your deck and shuffle the deck. So you can like go in and change forms with like an attack form or a speed form or a defense form based on your matchup. It's a cool concept. I wish we would get something like this again soon.
The closest thing we have to this right now is like the Ogre's Mask card for the Ogrepons.
True.
And even that's not the same, because that plays Ogrepons out of the discard, I think.
Yep. It's Thornton on an item.
Yeah. Item Thornton for ogres, yeah. So it's similar concept, but it's still not the same. I would love to see this again.
I would too. I think Deoxys is such a sick Pokemon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's
and
so
like
cool.
also this one being like the stamped one, like movie promo. This was such a fun movie.
Destiny Deoxys.
Legitimately one of my favorite Pokemon movies. This one was cool.
I don't remember this one. I'll have to rewatch it. Did I ever tell you I tried to do an N21 Plus with my wife Nicole one time where we watched Rise of Darkrai and did our own commentary over it. Frame one copyright struck. So we were not able to upload that for the bonus. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But
unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bummer, but I would have appealed it more, but I don't know if it qualifies as free use if you're just commentating over it. So
yeah,
I'll have to look more into that.
You got to do like the webcam recording.
Oh my gosh. The next card on the list is Pikachu with gray felt hat. This old promo that had people beating each other up in a museum. Stay classy, Pokemon fans. It's sitting at 864.
Now they just do it at Costco.
Yeah, now they're just doing it at Costco and Sam's Club. I don't see a spike on here. This is just steady upward trajectory.
Yeah.
What a surprise! There's a Charizard on here from TCG Classic. Went from 136.66 to 173.43. Is sitting at 173.43 right now.
This guy's not even the original. He's not even the original.
Who cares? It was with an expensive set and has a unique hollow foil pattern.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, true. You're right. My bad. Sorry. Charizard slop.
Yeah, Charizard slop. Charizard slop. Enjoy your Jake Paul pump and dump Charizard card.
Just wait for them to announce Mega Charizard Z.
Stop. I can't do it.
and Mega Charizard A.
Oh my god. They put Mega Charizard A in the game? I'd cry, dude. 2 more forms of Charizard to deal with in competitive Pokemon.
I want to say that they won't do that, but like I'm never gonna put that past TBC.
That's the scary part. I can't tell.
I mean, they literally made Mega Raichu X and Y, and no one wanted that.
I thought those guys were sick, but okay.
They're cool. They're cool.
All right, and then last on this list is he's like, let's throw the players a bone. Reverse holofoil Arvins are cheap because they rotated.
Yep, he's been
Fork found in kitchen.
He's been trying to do these, like, you know, here's one for the players. Players, this one's for you. And it's been decent most of the time.
Last week he talked about unfair stamp, I think.
Yeah, right. And then he's just like, here's Arvin.
Oh wait, no, last week was more Gen 1 slop. I'm sorry.
Arvin is cheap again. In case you didn't know.
In case you collectors want a reverse hollow Arvin. As if they're not a dime a dozen. What's that?
I got like 10 of this guy.
I have a bulk box full of him.
Yeah. I remember having to buy Arvins when he was like $2 a piece for the standard, not even the reverse hollow. Because everyone and their mother was like, yo, broken Zard, we need 4 Arvins.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was absolutely great. But it's just like, this is truly the life cycle of like a competitive player too. Because now I'm like sitting on like 20 copies of this guy, having to figure out how I'm going to offload like these 20 copies because I don't need them anymore.
Retro decks, baby.
It's got to be Retro decks.
I mean, Battle VIP Pass. Battle VIP Pass. If you look at that card, it was like at one point $5 and $6.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The stamped one used to be ridiculous, and now you can get a stamped one for $1.15.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky when I started out. I think I've told this story before, but like I was lucky when I first started out and managed to find like Battle VIP passes for like 25 cents each when they were like sitting at $4 a piece. And like I got Battle VIP passes that way. I got Ionos that way, and I was like, yo, I'm stocking up on these.
Yeah,
and I'm glad I did. I did because Ionos didn't go down a ton after that. Like they did, but not that much. And Battle VIP was like always expensive until it rotated.
Well, Ionos had the underage girl tax, so.
Oh God, that's right. I forgot Pokemon fans are vile.
Yeah, I try to forget. I try.
Oh man! All right.
Anywho,
enough of this AI slop.
enough of the slop machine. He's literally slop maxing over there. It's crazy.
Slop maxing and AI pilled.
Bro, he's got like a pinup poster of the Sora AI. That's mean, and that's mean and unnecessary. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
Hilarious. That's
I'm sorry. Editor, cut that.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is the top tier content that we needed. This is why you had to hold off on recording.
This is why I had to postpone the last episode, actually. I'm glad I did.
Oh man.
Because there's conversations like this one that we need to have together. So let's talk about it. There were 2 major disciplinary actions which took place during Orlando. And there are 2 very different circumstances. So I've seen a lot of memes that are people being like, there are people like just talking crap about like trying my best to not pop off when I win a game so that I don't get DQ'd or like shot in the back of the head. And at first I thought this was in reference to Makani Tran's situation. So there's 2 circumstances happening. There were 2 players. The first one being a TCG player named Makani Tran. The second being a Go player named Firestar73. So let's talk first of all about Makani Tran and his circumstance and what happened with his story. So you can see him playing Gardevoir. There's a clip on Twitter is where I got it, and you can see he's playing the game. I guess he needs 2 Psychic and Discard, and he's able to like top deck the Ultra Ball. He needs to get the Psychic and Discard, and he throws the cards down, pulls the headset off, throws it on the table, and starts popping off like he won the game. And people were at first really pissed about this, even though I don't know, man. You have to play the cards out. Like, you just don't get ahead of yourself. Just calm down. Especially when you're that prolific of a player. Like, you've been here before. The pressure here is not that much higher than any other tournament you've been at and you've been in this position at. You can play the cards, remain composed, wait for your opponent to concede, and then pop off.
Yeah.
But like, don't like slam down the cards, slam down the headset, and then just freak out. Like, that's obviously you got a game loss. Obviously you got a game loss. Because also, if there's, you can't. Sorry, it's taking a second for me to gather my thoughts.
No.
If for some reason that wasn't exactly game, if there's another card that you have to get, or if there's actions you have to take to make it work, do those actions. Especially because when you throw down the headset, you're moving all these dice around. You're making the game state impossible to recreate. It's also a bad viewing experience. People on these streams don't understand what it's like to be a showman. You know, you got to give the people what they want. You got to let them see the board state. You got to let them see it happen. Like, you need to be serious. I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, my big thing, I was talking with some friends about this. The big thing, right, is that I believe he played Lily's Determination. And so he was drawing cards, and the card he needed, because he needed to discard a Psychic Energy.
Yeah.
So he got the Psychic Energy in the hand with Lily's Determination, and then he got an Ultra Ball in it, and that was the way he was going to discard, because I don't think he had anything else that he could use to discard cards.
Sure.
In order to get the Psychic Energy into the discard, in order for Gardevoir to do what Gardevoir does.
Right.
The problem is your opponent doesn't know that that's like your win con at that point, right?
Yeah.
So when you go and you start celebrating because you found the one thing you need, your opponent's not aware of like the win con being there, right? So you're celebrating something without like showing win in hand. It's not the same as like, oh, I top decked Counter Catcher off of Lily and then slam down Counter Catcher, even though I haven't like finished drawing the cards or something like that, right? Like, because like when you do that and your opponent sees that, like as soon as you draw that, they're going to scoop if that's like the one thing that they knew you needed and you knew you needed, right? That's how the game works. We've all been in a situation where we've played against someone, or we have been the person who's like, we hit the card we need off the draw that we needed it, and we throw it down immediately, and our opponent's like, oh yeah, that's your game, but this is different. This isn't like, I think it was Makani Tran playing Saris Jones, and I don't think Saris necessarily knew that Makani needed the Ultra Ball for the discard, right? And even then, again, if Ultra Ball was needed for the discard, Saris needs to know that Ultra Ball was needed for the discard, that the Psychic was needed for the discard, and then execute the game action and prove that you can complete the game that way. It's not the same as drawing boss for game.
Yeah, wait for your opponent to like stick out their fist or their hand. Wait for them to start scooping up their cards. Then you pop off.
Right.
Have some decorum. Like,
oh yeah, and that's the biggest thing is it's like, have like, at the end of the day, like, be professional, be a sportsman about it, have good professional, just manners when you play, well, like you said, decorum is a perfect word.
I'm not even so much worried about that as it's like, it's not even so much that it was unsportsmanlike. It was just improper timing. Like, this. You're a good player. You've done this before, man.
Yeah.
You know how it works. You've got all these eyes on you. Just wait for your opponent to extend their hand.
Yeah, for sure. I also think that, so the other thing that happened, and that was a little bit annoying was during the event, Makani actually like tweets out game loss opponent called head judge on me after I won. Y'all watched it. LMAO, decide for yourselves if that's fit. Gonna play my last round now. Wish me luck. Right. So Makani tweets this out, and then the information is revealed that Sarah's didn't call the head judge, that the head judge called the play themselves, right? So now we're getting into the territory of players who are, you know, bad-mouthing other players for actions that the other players didn't take.
Yeah.
Right? And like it's just not a good look. It's a really unappealing look, and it doesn't do you any favors. Like even after the fact, right? If you can justify why you did something, you know, maybe they would have more supporters on their side.
Yeah.
Right. But like I think the fact that like Makani went into this and then made that comment afterwards, and then it's revealed after that no, the head judge just called it themselves.
Yeah.
Then that speaks more volumes to me, at least, about you as a player. You know, like, okay, so this is what to expect if I play this person, right? If I play this person, I should expect that this person might say rude stuff to me, rude stuff about me, or, you know, go off when they don't necessarily need to go off about things, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I don't think that's okay.
Rules. That is against the rules. That's against the spirit of the game. So
absolutely.
What a lot of people don't understand is that, so this is me getting on my soapbox as a judge. First of all, we don't have to be called over as a judge. If I see you make an illegal play, I can stop your game state and say you made an illegal play.
Right.
Because I'm the judge. I'm in the position to do that. Now, I can't give you advice, be like, hey, you're about to make an illegal play. I can't do that. I can step in, though, once I've seen it and be like, you just made an illegal play. Here's your penalty. Or let's reverse the game state. Here's your penalty. Here's your warning. Here's your like DPL, whatever. Your 2PC, I guess, is what it's called now. It just that, first of all. But then, like, that kind of hostility is against the rule book. The rule book is very, and you won't get that many people who are very strict about this, but certain people, especially at a regional level, are going to clock you for violating spirit of the game type stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should.
I would 100% like call a judge on an opponent if they started trash talking during the middle of the game. Like, it's you know, it's one thing to like have like friendly back and forth banter with someone, you know. It's fine to have friendly back and forth banter with someone you've just met, you know. It's not okay to like start trash talking someone who's right in front of you, or trash talking other players who you've played against to someone in front of you.
Yes.
Like that's just not okay,
especially in an abusive way. Because like a little bit of trash talk, like as a competitor, is one thing, but like verbally abusive, combative language, like why would you do it? Have some decorum. And you'll notice this is, so I want to be clear. You're hearing this from me now. You're about to hear something that might, if you're just not paying attention, sound like I'm being hypocritical. I have no beef with Makani Tran. I've never met the guy, so how could I possibly? But what we're about to go over is this Firestar 73 fellow who was in a game 5 to win the Orlando Regional, and judges alleged that the celebration was unsportsmanlike. This is a different circumstance than Makani. This is also, I don't think this falls under the scope of unsportsmanlike either. Because you can see what's happening. He literally just like pumps his fists in the air and then does this and does like a fist pump or whatever. It's like, that's not unsportsmanlike. Like, he's just hype. He waited for the game to be over.
Yeah, like, it's not even like the Ian Robb situation, right?
Which was, by the way, he went on the record and said, yeah, that was intentionally explicit.
Yes, yeah. he originally tried to backtrack it and said that it wasn't, and he later took back his backtrack and said it was. I was being a dumb goofball kid, because Ian Robb is still, I don't know how old he is, but I'm pretty sure he's like 18 or 19, at the time of that happening. I think he was like maybe 17, right? He's being a dumb goofball kid, he's doing dumb goofball kid stuff that dumb goofball kids do, that I did as a dumb goofball kid, So like, I'm not going to fault him for doing that stuff, but I am going to fault him for doing that stuff at an event where you're not supposed to.
Yeah, like there's kids watching you, dude.
Yeah, like for sure.
Have some decorum.
Yeah, absolutely. But like a celebratory fist pump like that's we've seen players do that before.
Yeah.
Right. So it that does feel bad.
And what I want to point out I'm gonna get people are gonna disagree with me on this. Forewarning. I would argue that Wolf Glick's famous "but it wasn't enough" speech was more unsportsmanlike than Firestar's 73's celebratory fist pump. But in the circumstance of Wolf Glick, he's got the crest. That's the world champ difference. And this is just nobody. No offense.
Yeah.
But Firestar's not a household name. Wolf Glick is.
Yes.
And
Wolf Glick is a household name outside of the competitive Pokemon scene.
Yeah.
Like,
people who don't care about Pokemon are just like, I know who Wolf Glick is. I know who Wolf EVGC is.
Yeah.
I would argue that it's not like egregious, but it's probably, if I'm looking at like this versus this, like which one's more unsportsman? Like it's that one, probably. I don't know. You can feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I think that's, but people are like, oh, that's so much aura. He's the GOAT. And he is the GOAT. But let's call a spade. And let's not talk out of both sides of our mouth. And let's not some other turn of phrase,
Yeah.
Let's just, I don't know. So Firestar 73's loss was absolutely uncalled for. I think that judge was tweaking. I think Makani Tran had it coming. That's the TLDR. Makani Tran had it coming. Firestar 73 did not. And also, this is an issue that ultimately the buck stops with Gaming Gen, because it is their responsibility to train and vet their judges. Not train, to vet their judges and brief their judges in a way that stuff like this doesn't happen. That people don't get a loss on their record when they're not supposed to. That people understand what spirit of the game is and means. That people aren't just gonna like show up and like you. There's a lengthy process to become a judge at regional.
Yeah, and
it's a new system entirely because of the way that the judge program works. And between the growing pain of the total rework of the system and then Gaming Gen just being a failure as an organizer, in my opinion, when you are failing to get high quality judges and you're just getting people who meet the credential limits and you're not vetting them and you're not or not properly vetting them and you're not briefing them properly, you're going to get circumstances like this where people are unreasonably given a loss. Also, not to mention, Firestar shook his opponent's hand like right afterwards. He composed himself. He looks over. He turns over. He shakes his opponent's hand, and he stops. I don't know anything about this guy. I can't vouch for him. I don't know even know if he's a good person. But that wasn't worth losing, especially the finals, dude.
Yeah, no. I think that was definitely an overstepping by the judging staff, by the event staff, by the judging staff in that situation. I think that in the situation of Makani Tran, I think the call was more necessary. And I I don't know. I mean, obviously it's showing, you know, I've never been up on like the stream table, but like, I don't know if they're like, if they tell players, if they remind players, hey, can't do certain things, you know, when they sit down at the table, or if they just are like, you know, yeah, you know what this is, like, go for it, you know.
They get a briefing, I'm pretty sure, on the way up to the stream table.
I believe they do too. And I think that for the sake of that, maybe the briefing, I don't know if like the briefing needs to be better. I don't know if the players just, yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a fantastic
we should get him on the show.
Person to talk to actually about some of the insights on that. Some of the insights that I think, you know, most the average, the not even average, the above average and average player just doesn't really see often, because even above average players aren't hitting the stream tables, you know. Like, the above average players might hit the stream tables, but like most of the time it's like the top players who are on the stream tables, and they're on the stream tables for a reason, you know. Yeah. So I think that I think that there's either a discussion to be had about, yeah, maybe a better briefing, or a discussion to be had about, hey, players, you just need to chill.
Yeah.
You know, just calm down. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where that discussion happens, if it's somewhere in the middle between the two or what, but I hope that, you know, I would hope that there's maybe a way to like move forward with this. I also think that, like, I don't know, man. Because I was looking at and looking through some of the stuff that, you know, Makani had like shared and posted. So Makani, and I'm like scrolling through his feed, right? He said that he talked to two different head judges, and both said that the issue wasn't the board state was easily repaired. They said the game loss was because what I did was dangerous and could have hurt someone or something. Not sure why this is. Obviously, it was very silly of me to not do the actions, but it was pretty obvious what I needed to win. I asked why the same ruling wasn't applied in multiple previous majors, and they said it should have been a game loss. They ruled wrong. There's been much crazier pop-offs that have gone unpunished, which is why I found the ruling pretty odd and confusing. We'll keep in mind for next time, I guess. And I think this does go back to maybe some of your comments about judges and the training, because I think that, you know, there is some inconsistency in like some of the ways that judges rules at times, you know. So
I certainly don't think it was like a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
And the most dangerous thing about that is like dice could go flying and hurt someone.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
I also think that he also doubled down and continued his Twitter beef with Sarah's, you know? Like he has a post, like Sarah's tagged him and said that I never even talked to a head judge. The decision was made after talking to Makani and reviewing footage. Please stop accusing me of sharking. It's hurtful. And Makani like retweets it and says, you didn't talk to a head judge, but you did quite literally say, I want to appeal to a head judge for unsportsmanlike conduct. Good luck in top 8. Followed by Sarah saying, I didn't appeal anything. I just didn't sign the slip. The head judge was already on his way over to talk to you. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, man. It's this kind of like Twitter beef that we don't need between players. And it's not, I think if anything, I think that TPCI should actually take action against Makani for that more than they took action during the game for throwing the headset, you know? I think that that's actually the most egregious thing there, right? Is starting Twitter beef during the event, that's going on, right? And accusing someone of something that they did or didn't do, you know, that's where we have a problem. And the fact that like TPCI just didn't, you know, decided not to do anything or hasn't made any comments about that.
Well, and they never will. That's just how they are. They're never gonna. They're never gonna get transparent about it. Unfortunately, regardless of how you look at it, Makani Tran had it coming. Sorry.
I just my complaint there mostly is just the fact that they have banned other players for Twitter beef before, and here is something that I would say is probably more worth banning than some of the Twitter beef that they have banned for before, and they're not doing it.
Yeah,
take it as you will.
Let us know what you think in the comments below. Maybe there's some nuance that we're missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think Makani had it coming. Dude, we gotta get better judges in there, man. Whatever. Let's move on. We've talked about this at length. So, I guess we can just kind of get on to what we're playing. And that's really all there is left for the show. I guess that leaves us kind of a good amount of time. I only have one thing I've been playing. Like, you can always assume I'm playing Marathon. I'm working on 2 Marathon videos, actually, writing some scripts because it's a very good game. But you can always assume I'm playing that in the background. But we'll talk about what else I'm playing afterwards. Johnny, you can go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been messing around with just some stuff on live, some post-rotation decks, trying to do less new decks and more updated lists, things like that. So right now, been messing with a post-rotation Sarah Ledge list, which feels really good. Sarah Ledge feels still strong, it definitely doesn't feel like the best deck ever. It still has to deal with the fact that it's woefully underprepared for any sort of deck that plays around, just getting punched 3 times for big damage, which is unfortunate because it would be nice if you could like slot in some kind of like tech as like a sniper or something like that. But that's the way Sarah Ledge is. It's an aggro deck. It's probably, I kind of think, I know a lot of people are very much on like Lucario for your aggro deck right now. I kind of feel like Sarah Ledge is almost a better aggro deck right now. And I don't know if like I need to play more Lucario or if I am just hitting easier matchups, but Sarah Ledge feels a little bit better in terms of being an aggro deck because while it does get knocked out easier than Lucario, it's so easy right now to like ramp the damage up to like mega evolution Pokemon levels of like damage. Like it is stupid easy for me to get up to the 350 mark to take out a Mega Lucario and just go 3-3 for game. Right, like it's ridiculously easy for that. So I don't know. Maybe I've been messing with Dragapult lists. I tried out a Terrapult list, and Terrapult feels fun, but I don't think it's the best way to play Dragapult currently. I think the part of me that wants it to be really good is the part of me that really likes using Jewel Seeker, and really likes Terra box lists and Eevee box lists because of that. But I think that ultimately it falls a little short in the sense that like it's not like playing Dawnzard, even though it has a Jewel Seeker Dawn engine built into it. And I say that because it's not it is still harder to set up than Dawnzard is, because you still need to use like the Crispin for something in order to get energy in play, or having to go like crystal plus energy attached to that. And then the other issue is like having to get like a Wellspring Mask Ogrepon out to even make the deck go, and like granted this is going off of a list that I found from Harper. Shout out to him, by the way. Fantastic player, love his content. He's one of the primary sources who keeps me Terrabox pilled constantly. Like him, I have an addiction to jewel seeking. But yeah, the Terra list isn't really good. There's the Dusk lists right now, which I think are fine, but they don't feel quite as impactful. I think like the lack of counter catcher like has really impacted the way that kind of list works, right? Um, and so I think the best way to play Dragapult right now that I've been playing and that I've seen been playing is like the Monkey Dory lists now. So we're on like two monkeys, we're on like Risky Ruins in there to like ensure that we get damage in play. And that feels good actually. Like it feels strong. And especially because
I'm
like
I'm
oh, you're good, you're good.
Speaking you said something that reminded me of a tweet I saw, but I'll get to it in a second. Keep going.
Yeah. It's just it feels good to have like that kind of list because you're not hampered by Dusks being on the board, especially now when there's like they can get gusted up and there's no Turo in the format to pick those guys up. If they have like a Psyduck on board, you can't blow it up to get it off the board. You can't Turo it off the board, so you're just stuck there, which has always felt horrendous, but now feels terrible because of no Turo. Whereas like a Monkey Dory version is comfortable with like whatever gets gusted into the active because it's not going to get locked as heavy because Monkey can bounce the damage back over, and because even with like Battle Cage in play, Battle Cage is only protecting the bench, and it's also only stopping damage counters from being placed. It doesn't stop the removal of damage counters.
Right.
So Monkey can still clear damage counters off of your own Pokemon. So it's definitely a case of just kind of the deck feeling a little better because of that. So I'm really enjoying the Monkey Dory versions. Also, the Monkey Dory version lets you slot in a Moltres right now, and even though like I know like Golden Go left, Moltres is still really strong. It's just
There's
like this kind of like
grass decks popping up.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, like Moltres is just like a way to like blow up a Teal Mask. It's a way to like make sure that Arboliva doesn't get ahead of itself. It's a way to even just KO like a Meganium in play. Like it's also just a way to like keep some other EXs in check. You can like put up a low risk one prizer that puts damage on something that's like a bigger like Mega, and then swing for the extra 200 with Pult to like increase the damage. Plus with Monkey Dory's moving damage around and stuff like that, like it actually solves a lot of issues by being like a lower effort, like non-committal play. So it feels really good in those terms. So I've been really enjoying Dragapult like that. And then the other lists I've been playing are Terra Box and Eevee Box. Eevee Box feels the same way it did. I've taken stuff out, obviously, and I've found the space to put a Jolteon in there, and Jolteon feels fantastic in Eevee Box. Actually, I really like Jolteon in that list right now, especially with all these Starmies running around now. Jolteon just gets to come in. Oh my god, and you don't have to change your energy count. That's the best part. You really don't have to change the energy count. Maybe like increase your, because my list was on like 2 fire, 2 water, 1 lightning. I think I put 1 more lightning in there.
Yeah.
Just not even for like the first attack, just to ensure that I have enough energy constantly to always have 2 energy and a crystal going for Jolteon swing. And then Jolteon, while it's 10 HP less than the other EVs, it's like free retreat also.
Nice.
It's the only free retreat EV, which is also fantastic.
It's like a Suicune for Suicune V.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of what it feels like, and it's definitely helping push kind of that narrative of like Eevee Box more and more is starting to just feel like a typified Arceus deck.
Yeah.
That's really what it's starting to feel like, is like a typified Arceus deck, and you just like slot in EVs based on like whatever's doing good in format, So it's actually gotten to the point where Zach mentioned, because I was saying, man, Sylveon is terrible right now, and Zach mentioned recently that Espeon actually might just be better because it's got the attack that hand rips. For 160, like it's like 160, 1 psychic, 2 colorless, something like that, and it just hand rips the same way that Mega Absol hand rips.
Oh, okay, cool.
So like you can like do something to set up damage on a Mega Lucario and then blow it up later and hand rip, or blow it up hard early, hand rip, and then finish it off with like a Fan Rotom or something, so it's kind of got some good tech going for it because of that.
Yeah, seems pretty good. I always like the idea of having EVBox be this thing that kind of like sits in the background, and then you slot in guys you want to use for the meta, and just playing it like that. And I think it's cool to have in the format, if nothing else.
Yeah,
kind of a pseudo Arceus Inteleon.
Yeah, pretty much just kind of what it feels like. I think until all the EVs rotate, that's pretty much what it's going to be at this point. Yeah. Maybe with like a random tech attacker here or there, depending on if you can justify like a basic, Pokemon to swing with, the way that like I think people included like Passimian and like Terrabox or something like that. If you can like find another like basic kind of two-prizer to like slot in, you might be able to make it work depending on what that is. Also, I think people might just start like including like Flareon builds as like a way to do stuff to power up other things. I think that might be the evolution of like Flareon eventually. I don't know for sure, but worth at least noting. So yeah, it feels good. Terrabox, kind of the same thing. Terrabox still feels strong. It still feels like Terrabox. Some lists I've seen slot in that new Koraidon, that like Terra Koraidon. I don't think that that's real.
Very bad card.
I don't think that that's real. I think it might have been real in the format that has just ended, but the pre-rotation format that just ended. I say it might have been real in that because there were still like fighting weak guys running around in that format that you might need to use it for, but I don't think it's got anything going for it that's really worth trying to deal with right now. That's fighting weak. So I think honestly the best way to play Terrabox right now is just lean into Pikachu, lean into Tealmask, lean into Wellspring. That's just the way to play right now. You include the 100%. One of Iron Leaves so you don't get trapped. You probably put a Kangaskhan in there so you have a draw engine, if nothing else. At least like a boosted draw engine, if nothing else. Because I will say, like, Kangaskhan plus Pheasantipity in Terrabox feels disgusting when you can just like get, especially with like unfair stamping format, if you have those in play, you can just like reliably say, oh no, I'm on 2 cards, draw 1 for the next turn, draw 2 more, draw 3 more. Oh man, that unfair stamp sure did something.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where my mind's at. I didn't mean to drone too long about those, but
you're good. I'm gonna be droning on for a little while about this, about what I'm playing. So I don't mind. I have been playing Pokemon Champions.
Yeah, now, tell me about it, because I haven't touched it.
So Champions, first of all, Champions is live. We didn't really go over that in the main episode of the show. Champions is live. It's still too early, I think, to give like a verdict on it. There's some bugs. It's a very limited pool of Pokemon, and a lot of items are very restricted. There are some items that straight up aren't in the game, like Life Orb.
Ooh. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it is an extraordinarily limited meta, or like a limited pool of Pokemon. I am really enjoying it though. I've been playing with a Mega Meganium Rain team.
Ooh,
dude,
Mega Meganium Rain,
dude. So Mega Meganium with Weather Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Solar Beam, Protect.
Why wouldn't it be Sun?
What?
Why wouldn't it be Sun? Doesn't Meganium have like a chlorophyll hidden ability or something?
It's called Mega Soul, so it's Weather Ball is always fire type and not hindered by rain. And you've got single turn Solar Beam, and then you've got Stab Dazzling Gleam for multiple guys.
So that ability just makes rain Sun. That's disgusting.
Except I still get rain because fire type moves are less damage against me.
It's just it's literally just okay.
So I'm rocking that with Pelipper as my rain setter. I've got I've obviously got a Azumarill in there for damage. I've got Raichu as a support Pokemon with Fake Out, Endeavor, Thunder, Nuzzle as well as Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod has saved me so many times because our Chaladons will be like, oh, I'm just going to smoke the Pelipper. Surprise, Raichu jump scare.
I'm going to smoke the Pelipper. They've got Thunder on that guy in the rain, and then you're just like, not today.
Actually, Electro Shot in rain because it's one turn.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got.
And I'm so like Gen 4 pilled on the like comment right there. My age is showing.
I've got Corviknight for a couple of matchups, and I've got this is a fun one. Toxicroak in here for the Rain Mirror with Dry Skin.
Okay.
And then Cross Poison, Close Combat, Fake Out, Protect.
Okay.
And White Herb on it. So, like, if I see an Incineroar, my first two guys are Mirror Coat Corviknight and White Herb Toxicroak.
Jesus.
and then I either like bulk up on Corviknight and Close Combat the Incin with Toxicroak. And
disgusting.
So one of them gets faked out and the other gets to set up or smoke Incin. So
that's stupid.
It's really, really sick. It's been so much fun.
Stupid.
Almost everybody I have came in from home, but you can also get like a substantial amount of guys. You get plenty of currency to recruit guys for a team. So
okay.
By the way,
I still don't know if I'm gonna play it just for like the time like that I have available to play games and everything like that. But it sounds really, really cool.
It's so much faster than like a game of TCG Live.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You get in and out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's a more enjoyable experience. And the client's not broken. There's bugs. And there's a pretty unsavory meta in like Mega Halucha entrainment, guard, Oko moves.
Stupid. Hate
but
that.
But like, I don't know. There's also for the honest players, there's ways to play that are really cool and fun. And I'm learning VGC, which I thought I'd never do.
Yeah,
I highly recommend playing this, especially if you're new. It's been such a delight. And shout out to Rich from the Calyrex Game Corner for helping me build this team, by which I mean he built this team for me and just told me what to put in here. But I mean, like, that was half the battle, was like having a team, because I wouldn't have known what to do otherwise. But he was like, here's like a good idea. And I was like, oh sweet, I wanted to play Mega Meganium anyways. And we kind of built this team around Rain. And like, what were some beginner-friendly strategies? And huge thanks to Rich for that, because I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a ton of fun learning how the game works, learning when it's even reasonable to protect and what guys are good. I'm relearning the type chart because I suck at it. But it's a good time, and I think the pool of Pokemon you get is actually, it lends itself to really diverse meta building. Obviously, minus the outliers like Mega Halucha cheese. But
yeah,
I mean, I think there's a lot of people outraged with the small Pokemon pool. I think this is better. I think if you understand how game balance works, you obviously want fewer game pieces that you have to balance around, because then you don't have to worry about random niche interactions and there being like really ridiculous stuff. Like, you're telling me you want Rapid Strike Urshifu in this game?
I think like I've seen a few sentiments about that where people are like, well, what am I going to do because I want to include this guy? And it's like, sorry, man. Unfortunate.
Wait for him to get rotated in a future season, because I'm sure they'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely. The other complaint that I've seen that I think has more weight to it and still is not a valid complaint is people saying, well, what about X move is not in this because I want to play with a friend under like Gen 4 format rules, and stuff like that. And so I want to play like purposely playing with like Gen 4 builds and things like that rather than like current gen builds. And it's like, I get it. Play Showdown.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. You're asking for a different game. That's not what this is. This is a way to play modern competitive VGC.
Exactly. Like, if you want a sim to play old VGC, if you want a sim to play VGC from 2010, play Showdown.
Get on Showdown.
Showdown exists, and it's free. You didn't have to pay money for it. Showdown exists, it's free. You didn't have to pay money for it.
I mean, well, Champions is free as well.
Champions is free. Okay, well, Showdown exists, and it's on your computer, and it's easy to access, and you don't need a Switch for it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
I think that's a totally ridiculous complaint. You're asking for a different game. This was never going to be that. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, no, I 100% agree. I think that, like I said, I find the complaint semi-valid because I understand where it's coming from. It's coming from the old heads who want to play an old format, and they're perfectly entitled to that opinion. But I also think that it's an incorrect opinion because it's not approaching what the intended play of this game is, you know?
Dude, that gets me on this whole thing as well. I'm going to rant for a second. So
no, go ahead. Absolutely.
This is unrelated to Pokemon entirely. I've been playing a ton of Marathon lately. A very common sentiment on Marathon, by the way, being a highly competitive extraction shooter game. A lot of people are like, oh, this game's so awesome, but they should give it a story mode. Give it a single-player campaign. No! You're asking for something that is different, that was never going to be in this game. It was never part of the vision. Especially, by the way, mind you, in Marathon, there is a ton of story. It's just hidden in the codex, so you have to be able to read. Which, sorry if you struggle with that. And there's like a ton of lore and story in just when you're leveling up and getting you extract with certain resources, you can level up your factions, and there's like 6 different factions you can level up with, and they have their own stories based on like what their objectives are, and there's a lot of lore behind it. But there is story mode. It's in the faction contract, dude. You're just mad because it's not a single player game, but this was never going to be that. And that's how I feel about the people who are like expecting Gen 4 and retro formats and retro regulations from Champions.
No, I agree.
That's never what this was going to be. You need to get a grip.
Yeah. No. I agree.
That stuff just makes me so mad because people are just ignorantly weighing in on stuff they have no idea how it works.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's a little ridiculous, I think, to complain about stuff like that too. And that's why I said, like, I think ultimately the complaint about Champions is, it's unfounded. It's I get where it's coming from, but it is, agreed, very unfounded overall.
You're just not living in the same reality as everyone else.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're delusional.
Big L, bozo.
Yeah. Have fun on Showdown. You got it. Go get an analog pocket. Old head.
Yeah, honestly.
All right.
I just want to relive Gen 5 rain teams before
we get it.
They
You're
were
pushing
banned.
30. You're pushing 30. We get it.
We don't understand. I love Polytoad.
We get it. You're 35. Oh, man. How's that Bosley going?
Oh, my God. Brother.
Sorry. That's enough. That's enough for this episode. That's all we've got.
I found my first gray hairs recently, so it's hitting home.
Hey, I don't care. I got a couple. They're small. They're few and far between, but they're in there. Who cares?
Yeah.
Get real.
I just look better.
Yeah.
I will go play Showdown. No, I won't.
Start getting that Centrum Silver, baby.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude. It is what it is. This has been a blast.
Oh yeah.
That's all there is for today, this week, for N21FM, a Pokemon podcast. This has been a lot of fun. It's good to be back in the studio with you, Johnny.
Always good to be back.
Farewell to you. I hope you have a great rest of your night and a good week. I'll see you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday. Yeah.
We'll be recording then. I guess this is past tense for people who are watching on free feeds, but
you're time jumping around if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Time travel in a video.
It's easier than you think. It's easier than you think it is. Just like VGC apparently. So
yeah, truly.
Excellent. Any big plans for the rest of the night? I know it's a little late, but anything else to do?
Nothing too big for the rest of the night. I think the viewers, the listeners at home might have seen and heard some choring and cleaning that's been going on this evening. So probably going to help finish up with that before I go and lay down. But yeah, that's about it.
Nice. I need to prepare our lunches for tomorrow. We went to, like I said, we went to Sam's Club. I got us. So for lunches, we're doing they have a seasoned sprouts at Sam's Club.
Ooh.
And
interesting.
We're gonna do that with some potato gratin and some Italian herb chicken.
Okay,
dude.
Interesting. Yeah,
they have such good value there.
Oh yeah.
So that's our lunches for the week. We've got some chicken pot pie for the weeknight dinners. Pretty excited about it.
I do like chicken pot pie.
I love a good chicken pot pie. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna do some chores. I might play a couple of games of Champions before bed. But mostly just kind of chilling. There's no time to play Marathon tonight, or I would. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. Thank you, Johnny, for your time. Thank you for being here on the show. Thank you, listeners, for listening in, watching on YouTube, for all that good things. Thank you most of all to our patrons. Thank you guys for supporting us. There's we'd be in a much worse shape if it wasn't for you guys. Once again, $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. Check out all those tiers over at patreon.com/terminalcreative. Link in description. See how you can join in. See how you can contribute to this endeavor. We're very thankful for all of you. And we'll see you Tuesday for us. Thursday for you. But we'll see you then. Farewell.